Welcome to the 2014 IRONMAN 70.3 Ballarat Athlete Race Briefing. Further to this race briefing, we recommend you read the Athlete Information Guide, which contains plenty of valuable information to ensure you have a great day. This is available online to view and print at www.ironmanballarat.com. If you have any further questions following the race briefing, please see the team located at the information desk under the rotunda near Pipers by the Lake. Please make sure you've taken the time to check your athlete race kit for all the items you need this weekend. This includes your swim cap, number tattoos, helmet sticker, bike seat post sticker, bike pump sticker, race bib, and most importantly, your athlete wristband. Your athlete wristband is your form of ID, which you'll need to wear across the whole event. It will provide access into athlete-only areas. IRONMAN Asia Pacific is using IRONMAN 70.3 Ballarat to pilot a barcoding system at bike check-in and bike checkout. The main aim of this system is to maximise security in and around transition. You will receive a personalised barcode on your wristband and bike sticker. The wristband and bike sticker are linked with one another. When entering or exiting transition with a bike, your barcoded wristband and bike sticker will be scanned by event personnel. When the two barcodes match, you'll be able to proceed into or out of transition. If there are any problems with the system, you'll be directed to the transition manager, who'll be on hand to assist with any problems. Your personal wristband is linked to your bike sticker via your race number. Only you can rack or remove your own bike. If you attempt to rack or remove another athlete's bike or have someone else rack or remove your bike, that person will be denied entry to or exit from transition. Please do not remove your wristband until you've removed your bike from transition. If for any reason you do not have your wristband, an identical barcode can be found on your bib. We do not envisage bike check-in or check-out taking longer than usual. However, IRONMAN would ask for your patience at this time. Bike and helmet check-in is on Saturday between 10:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. This takes place at transition located just north of Windmill Drive. If you require bike mechanic services, they'll be located inside transition. Make sure you've attached your bike and helmet sticker prior to arriving to transition. You will have your bike inspected by technical officials to ensure your bike and helmet meet safety standards. To save time, please wear your helmet to bike check-in and leave it overnight with your bike. The bike racks are individually numbered. As we're using an alternate racking system, please ensure that you rack your bike by the handlebars at your assigned position. No bike bags or covers are allowed on your bikes overnight. These will be removed as they are a danger in high winds to neighbouring bikes. Due to the forecast weather conditions, the Contingency Committee has made the decision to implement a cold weather contingency plan for the safety of all athletes. This contingency plan will involve the following actions. Race start will be delayed to an 8:30 a.m. start time. Revised wave start times will be posted at www.ironmanballarat.com, at athlete check-in, athlete briefing and information. The swim has been declared a wetsuit compulsory swim by the race referee and race director. A last-minute gear bag service will be available at the swim start to enable you to drop your clothing at the swim start area 5 to 10 minutes before your wave start time. A warming area with wind protection and heating will be created at the swim start to keep you warm before your wave start. The change tent has been increased in size and a limited supply of towels are available to help you dry off and warm up. Tea, coffee and hot water will be available in transition pre-start and for bike and run transitions. The cold weather contingency has been put into place as a safety measure to ensure that everyone completes their IRONMAN journey safely. Whilst it will be a cold day, if you look after yourself during the day, everyone will get through successfully and safely. Some key tips for looking after yourself during the day are: do a 10 to 15 minutes of stretching and warming up prior to the swim start to get your body warmed up and ready to go. Utilise the warming area beside the swim start to keep yourself warm. Wear an additional swim cap below your assigned swim cap colour. Bring your own additional cap. Utilise the last-minute gear drop-off service and keep your warm clothes on until 5 to 10 minutes before your wave start time. Dry yourself off thoroughly before you head out onto the bike leg. Extra towels will be available in the change tent to help you dry off. We recommend that you change into or put on some dry clothes before setting off on the bike leg. Bring your arm, leg and head warmers for your bike leg. We also recommend wearing a wind vest or additional outer layer to keep you protected from the wind. Utilise the tea, coffee, hot water available at the transition aid station pre-start or in the swim to bike changeover. Please make sure you're aware of the flow of transition. There will be 3 transition tours held on Saturday, which will help with any questions you have. Transition tours will be held at 11:30am, 1:30pm and 3:30pm. Tours depart from the bike entry point as shown on the map. Transition will be open from 6:30am to 8am. At the closure of transition, all team cyclists must exit the transition area and move into the team's tent waiting area. The team's transition will reopen at the discretion of the transition manager after the pro athletes have departed for the cycle. Team cyclists can then move into transition and wait beside their bike. Once the team swimmer passes them the timing chip, they can take their bike off the rack and continue out of transition. As the team cyclist re-enters transition, they must rack their own bike individually before passing the timing chip to the team runner. Bike mechanics will be located inside the transition area and will have limited resources for emergency service only. Transition closes at 8am and wave starts will commence from 8:30am. You'll be able to bring in your bike pump on race morning, however you must place this in the street gear tent when you exit transition. Pumps will be stored separately to bags in the street gear tent, so please ensure they are adequately labelled. Your gear bag will need to be handed in to the street gear tent located in transition. The street gear tent will be open from 6:30am to 5pm. Please ensure your bag is labelled with the numbered gear bag sticker found in your race kit. The swim course is a 1.9 kilometre one-lap course. The one-lap swim course will take place in Lake Wendouree, taking place on the rowing course for the majority of the swim. The swim starts at the end of the rowing course and you'll swim down the right-hand lanes for 890 metres. Making a left-hand turn across the rowing course, you'll quickly turn left again to come back down the left-hand lanes of the course for 450 metres. At this point, you'll make a right-hand turn and swim between the edge of the lake and small island towards the swim exit onto Windmill Drive. The water temperature for race day is predicted to reach 18.5 degrees. Taking into consideration the cool outside air temperature and the predicted water temperature combined, the race referee and event director have declared a wetsuit compulsory swim. Please inquire at the information desk if you have any questions. Athletes will be called into the holding area according to their wave category. Event personnel will call each wave category into the water. Athletes will be called to move to the swim start area prior to their wave start time. All athletes must pass through the timing activation gate at the swim start in order to activate their timing chip. Athletes will be able to undertake a warm-up swim between 7:40am and 8:15am. Warm-up swims must enter on the right-hand side of the entry ramp and swim to the right of the course area only. The pro males will start at 8:30am, followed immediately by the pro females starting at 8:33am. Wave starts for age group athletes will begin from 8:38am. If for any reason the swim needs to be cancelled after the swim start, you will hear a continuous whistle sound. If this occurs, do not panic. Please take all direction from water safety personnel and make your way to the shore. If you decide to withdraw at any time after you've crossed the start mats, you must notify an event official so we can account for your safety. Swim safety is provided by Life Saving Victoria. If at any time you need assistance, raise one arm above your head. Please look after those around you and raise your arm if you see another athlete in distress. As the swim course uses the rowing course infrastructure, there'll be floats, buoys and pontoons along the length of the course. If you find yourself in distress or fatigued, you may utilise this infrastructure to take a rest. However, you must not make forward progress with the aid of the infrastructure at any time. The time limit for the swim leg is 1 hour. Any athlete who has not completed the course by this cut-off time will not be able to continue. Any team cyclists remaining in transition will be sent out onto the bike course at this time, and the team will be classified as a did not finish or DNF. The bike course is a 90-kilometre 2-lap course. The 2-lap bike course will showcase the best of Ballarat along its smooth roads and through wide open landscapes. You'll head out and back around Lake Wendouree before turning in towards a technical circuit through Victoria Park. Leaving Victoria Park, you'll travel along Sturt Street, underneath the Victory Arch and along the historically significant Remembrance Drive. Battle your way out along the open roads towards the turnaround point beside Lake Burrumbeet before returning towards Lake Wendouree for the completion of your lap. There will be roaming bike mechanics on course, as well as a mechanic setup in transition for pre-race services. Mechanics will carry tools and spare tubes only. They will not have spare wheels available. You must attempt to repair your own bike. Whilst we aim to deliver a prompt service, you should expect some delays, and we advise you to carry your own spares and be familiar with fixing or replacing tyres and tubes. For more information, please speak to the bike mechanics in transition on Saturday. SAG wagons will be roaming the course to collect anyone that cannot complete the event. Collected cyclists will be transported to the closest aid station or back to transition. Please be advised there may be delays in SAG wagon transport. It is advisable for athletes to commence walking back to their nearest aid station if possible to do so. You will have access to aid stations on the bike course at 14 kilometres, 33 kilometres, 59 kilometres and 78 kilometres. These aid stations will offer water, shots electrolytes, Vaseline, sunscreen, ice and toilet facilities. All athletes should slow down through this area. This is the sequence of the bike aid stations. Volunteers will endeavour to provide approximately 50 metres between tables and service areas. Make sure you slow down through bike aid stations, maintain a straight line and a consistent speed. Communicate loud and clearly. Volunteers are there to support you, not to serve you. Litter zone start and litter zone finish signs are provided to define the rubbish and bin and discard zone. Outside of this zone, athletes will be penalised. Roads cannot be reopened until the course is clear of all rubbish, so please help by sticking to the rules and discarding only within this area. Please be focused and considerate at all times through aid stations. The safety of yourself, other athletes and volunteers should be your priority. Our volunteers will do their best to deliver what you require, but it is your responsibility to slow down and ensure you have the correct nutrition. Bike course regulations apply to this section of the course. These are: always ride as far to the left as possible, always pass on the right, always move left after a pass, do not block other athletes' progress, do not ride side by side, never cross the centre line, do not litter, never ride with MP3 players, phones or cameras, absolutely no outside assistance. This is a non-drafting event, meaning unless overtaking, 12 metres must be kept between yourself and the bike in front at all times. When passing, you must complete your pass within 25 seconds. Be making forward progress at all times. A started pass must be completed. After being passed, drop 12 metres back. You cannot pass until 12 metres back. If you do receive a penalty, the technical officials will show you a yellow or red card, tell you to stop at the next penalty box if applicable, note your athlete number and other information. There is one penalty box on course, located at Wendouree Parade prior to transition. The time limit for the bike leg is 4 hours 30 minutes from the start time. Any athlete who has not completed the course by 12 noon will not be able to continue. There will be intermediate cut-off points on the course. Refer to the Athlete Information Guide for more information. The run course is a 21.1 kilometre 2-lap course. The 2-lap run course will leave transition and enter the Botanic Gardens, initially heading south. You'll be able to pay your respects as the run course passes the Ex-Prisoners of War Memorial in South Gardens, before turning north again towards the Botanic Gardens. Please take extra care not to litter or damage the memorial. The course continues through the Botanic Gardens back past the venue towards North Gardens. After travelling around North Gardens, you'll cross onto the Steve Monaghetti track and continue out and back around the lake's perimeter on this track named after our famous Australian and local Steve Monaghetti. After turning around on the opposite side of the lake, you'll return towards the venue and finish precinct to complete your first lap, and then to make the most of your moment and celebrate your way down the finish chute. There are 3 double-sided aid stations on the run course located within 2 kilometres of each other. You'll pass each aid station multiple times. These aid stations will offer water, shots electrolytes, degas Coca-Cola, banana and watermelon, Vaseline, ice and sunscreen, shots energy bars and gels, and the discard zone. Red Bull will only be served when passing aid station 1 for the second time and will be served in diluted formula of 50% Red Bull and 50% water. This is the sequence of the run aid stations. Wherever possible, volunteers will provide a minimum of 10 metres between tables. However, due to the lay of the land, sometimes table layouts may vary across the course. The sequence of offerings, however, will remain the same. Please note there are at least 2 toilets at every aid station. And due to the lay of the land, toilets cannot be consistently placed at all aid stations. Please ask volunteers for directions and follow any signage if in need. Please endeavour to place any rubbish in the bins provided. We want to return the course to the locals as we found it. It is with their blessing we're provided access to this beautiful venue. Don't forget to thank the volunteers. Please be focused and considerate at all times through aid stations. The safety of yourself, other athletes and volunteers should be your priority. Our volunteers will do their best to deliver what you require, but it is your responsibility to slow down and ensure you have the correct nutrition. Run course regulations apply to this section of the course. You must complete both laps. There will be timing checkpoints on course validating this. Absolutely no outside assistance. No iPods, thumps, headphones, cell phones or cameras. Keep your torso covered. You must have your run number visible on the front. No littering. And please use the toilets provided. If an athlete is shown a yellow card, they may be directed by the technical official to perform a stop-start penalty. 3 infringements equals disqualification. If you receive a red card from a technical official, you must report to the race referee once you've completed your race. The run course cut-off time is 7 hours 30 minutes from your wave start time. The race is conducted under the Triathlon Australia Race Competition Rules (RCR) and a number of special Ironman rules. Please refer to the Athlete Information Guide on the event website for more information. An experienced medical team will be in place at the event, with medical personnel positions at the swim start and exit, in transition, roaming on the cycle and run courses, as well as a full medical tent setup and team at the finish line. There will be ambulances strategically located within the venue and on course at all times. During the race, please make sure you look after yourself and your fellow athletes. If in doubt, ask for help from an event official or a volunteer on course. Please make sure you've provided the staff a check-in with your most up-to-date medical and emergency contact information. The medical team can assist with rehydration, warming or cooling and other basic care. If you or anyone else requires further treatment, you will be transported to Ballarat Health Service. If you find yourself in this situation, your gear will be cared for until you return. Please inquire at the information desk when you do return. To help out the medical team, please make sure you're taking appropriate care of yourself. If you have an acute illness, modify your expectations and allow for a bad day. Above all, don't change what you've been doing. Pre-race and public first aid is available at the information desk. Completing an Ironman is a special experience. Crossing the finish line is the pinnacle. Hot tip, make yourself photo ready. In accordance with Ironman rules, family or friends are not permitted in the finish chute. Please let your loved ones know of this rule, as you will be disqualified if this rule is not adhered to. This rule is enforced to reduce the risk of you unintentionally harming yourself, another athlete or your loved ones. Teams can cross the finish line together. Please make your way to the team's finish line holding area on Wendouree Parade to ensure you meet your runner before entering the finish chute. It's also important to respect other finishers and their experience. Ironman hopes everybody makes the most of their time in the spotlight. Once you cross the finish line, there will be finish line catchers to meet you and escort you through to the recovery area. You'll be presented with your finisher's medal and towel. Catchers will briefly assess you and take you to medical if required. The recovery aid station will offer food and drinks. Massage therapists will be available. Your street gear bag will be available for collection in transition. Event staff and volunteers are within the post-finish area. Please advise if you require assistance. Bikes will be available for collection after the final athlete has completed the cycle leg. An announcement will be made when this is available, approximately 1:30 p.m. Athlete wristbands must be shown to retrieve bikes from transition. Please do not remove your bike prior to this time. All bikes must be collected from transition by 5:30 p.m. on Sunday. All prizes will be presented in the presentation tent near Pipers by the Lake at the IRONMAN 70.3 Ballarat presentations on Sunday afternoon, commencing at 5 p.m. The roll-down ceremony for the 2015 IRONMAN 70.3 World Championships, to be held on Sunday, 30th of August 2015 in Zalm-Siekerbrum, Salzburgerland, Austria, will take place immediately following the presentations at approximately 5:30 p.m. There are 30 qualifying slots on offer, and you must be present to claim your slot. Good luck on Sunday, and we look forward to celebrating with you at the finish line for the inaugural IRONMAN 70.3 Ballarat.